It's also interesting that the last line of the song was the title of the episode prior, echoing what I said in terms of it feeling like a finale. Flashback. I was about to say she giving birth. Why don't I speak sometimes? This is a reaction. She's not going to cut that baby out of you. That theme. So did Rio give her the choice of give me the baby or give me yourself? And she chose the baby.
It cannot be. Do this and I will hate you forever. Please let him live. Please, my love.
And offer only time.
How much?
So the baby wasn't supposed to live in the first place. She wasn't supposed to give birth. Or
You I made from scratch.
oh, so this is a Virgin Mary type situation. She created that baby within her. That's very wonder of her. And essentially, the baby wasn't supposed to live, and Rio just gave her time with the baby, but ultimately, it was never hers to keep. Ugh, it was. I don't want to word it like that, but you know what I mean. You know what's so funny? I was literally just about to go on a spiel about how it seems they're going the route that Agatha wasn't originally evil, and she's done that. And I guess the question you ask is if she's doing this to help her baby survive. I mean, you can't justify that.
Come back here. Come back, see? Your child stole from us. One can always rely on the kindness of which.
She was just eating people, bruh.
Could we not stay with the witches and survive with them?
Thank you for asking my questions.
No.
Why not?
Then they will try to kill us.
Why?
If you want to survive, get used to this feeling.
Did she break some sort of sacred oath that meant she's just like a illegal witch? Like maybe by having this child?
Walk, walk, walk the road. I walk the windy road. Walk, walk.
Don't tell me that the road is an Agatha concept.
Alone, do you?
I thought it was a Billy's creation. I thought it was Billy's creation. Did she sow the seed of the road to witches universally? So now he's performing it at places.
Here, take your fee. And others, reward him for his talent.
Where did you come upon such a curious song?
I was about to say he looks ill. Like,
Find you a warm meal. My sisters and I can help.
I
his
think,
eyes.
but no. My mother needs me home.
He doesn't want to hurt people anymore.
No more witches tomorrow. I promise.
Why does she have to? The way he fell asleep is hilarious. Or can't show a dead child. Not on Disney.
Nikki? Nikki?
Wouldn't want to see that anyway.
I buried my own heart here with you, my child.
Was that the beginning of the end for her? In terms of being... I mean, she's not good at this point. She keeps killing witches.
Forgive me. I heard your singing. I thought you may know the way.
The way to what?
Amarillo.
The Witch's Road. I heard tell of it. You know the ballad, and I'm in great need. Might you show me the way?
She literally unintentionally created a song about this thing that doesn't exist to draw other witches into a situation where she can take advantage and steal their power.
First, we must gather a coven. Down the road, down the witch's road. Where's the door?
Wow.
Pathetic. You're embarrassing.
So people would always hear that people die on the road because they attempted to summon the road, but really, they never opened it in the first place because they were just used up by Agatha. Is this power something specific to Agatha? And why can't other people do it? Like, what's special about Agatha that allows her to absorb other witches' powers? Because like, we don't really see anyone else do the same thing. Or is it a thing where she's just evil and other witches have the capability but they choose not to?
What is that?
She was genuinely surprised. And this is where her arrangement comes in with death. She constantly supplies death with bodies via the road. And now the blue of this road makes sense as well. It's because it was Billy.
It was me. Boom! Ah!
Oh, she really is dead.
I saw you die.
Yeah, and now I'm a ghost. Can you dig it?
Her fit is wavy. With the grey as well. She looks wavy.
Check it out!
I saw you die.
By the way, I did not sacrifice myself for you. I took a calculated risk.
The road. Did I make the road?
Unlike your mother, you actually did something interesting with your power. The ballad was the trick. The song doesn't mean anything. It never did.
Wait, so the whole thing with Alice,
Made the road. Like
Yeah.
if I literally made the road, then that means that I...
he killed all those people.
It means that I killed them. Alice!
Well, I killed Alice.
Lilia, in the tower...
That was her choice.
Mrs. Davis!
Who?
She didn't... My mind killed them.
You saved a life.
What?
Tommy. Oh yeah, Jen got what she wanted out of the road. So the rules still applied in some way, but it was just in his head. That is why Billy was always the one to pick up on the clues and know, oh wow. He was always the one that would know how to start. Wow. I think I already said that, but I'm still deep in it.
Back to the scene of the crime.
I haven't done that in 2 episodes.
I'm banishing you.
No.
Ware ad lucem, relinque terram, naliaste phantasma. Ware ad lucem, relinque terram, naliaste phantasma. Naliaste phantasma.
Give it back! It's mine!
Why are you still here? Why won't you just die?
Because I can't face him!
As in, she can't face her son. Or Mephisto. We're not getting Mephisto. I need to give up.
I'm sure he would forgive you for whatever you did.
You remind me of him. We can make a good team. You and me.
Is he destroying the house? Her outfit is so wavy. I'm sorry. Marvel. We rarely get to say this about your television shows. Well done. Well done. You stuck the landing. You even gave us 2 finales for the price of 1. Well done. Bruv, even WandaVision, yeah. As much as I like WandaVision, the finale was so whelming. And I said whelming intentionally. Shout out, what is it? Not Young Avengers. What's the DC group? You know what I'm talking about if you know what I'm talking about. Well done. The WandaVision finale, I remember watching it and just being like, oh, that's disappointing. And I think a lot of a huge part of that is that they so heavily teased us with things around Mephisto and Wonder Man, and we had the Evan Peters cameos and things like that. And I think they teased, but it built into something they couldn't control in terms of people theorizing about what that show was going to be. And so when we got to that finale, it just fell a bit flat, even though I still love that show. This is let's talk about this finale in isolation. It's one of the better Marvel television show finales. But overall, this show, even though I do think it took a dip around episode 5 and 6, is one of the best Marvel MCU television shows specific to Disney Plus. So we're not talking about all the Netflix shows. This was really good. The questions that I had from the jump, all answered. And they were critical questions that I needed answered to feel a level of satisfaction. And to be honest with you, I was somewhat satisfied after episode 8. Episode 9, like I said to you, felt like a second finale. We didn't go all the way in depth on Nicholas Scratch in episode ate and what happened to him, but we got a taste from what Rio said. And I feel like it was enough of a taste where you could fill in the blanks of what had happened. Like, I think I even said something in the reaction that ultimately summarizes what happened that we were shown in episode 9, but the fact that it gave that to us separately on top, fantastic. I don't even know where to begin with those couple of episodes. I guess we can touch on the fact that we actually have full-fledged Wiccan. We did have the reveal way earlier in the season, but seeing him in action in all his might, not all his might, but he's moving and shaking. And the costume, sorry, guys, this is not going to be coherent. So if you're here for coherency, please just go somewhere else. The costumes in these couple of episodes, from Wiccans to Agatha as a ghost. I wish the CGI for the ghost looked slightly better, and like her interaction with the environment. But the costume she was wearing in the ghost in the afterlife. And then Rio's all black death fit with the, I don't know what to call it, a bodice. The costumes were flipping wavy in these couple of episodes. Let's jump somewhere else. Where do we want to jump to? Oh my God. The fact that both Billy and Agatha created this whole scenario about the road unknowingly. Well, Agatha knew. But I feel so vindicated. I feel so vindicated. I'm going to go back and watch my whole series and of reactions. I think it was around episode 3, which I think was the first episode where they're actually on the road, where they're in the beach house. And I was like, Wanda's done this before. Why is she so confused? I didn't clock the confusion in episode 2 when they actually saw on the road. But in episode 3, when they were in the house, she did not know what they were doing. And I was like, okay, maybe the road changes every single time. But even then, she should know that there's going to be a clue somewhere lying around that gets the party started for whatever the task is going to be. She never ever knew what was going on. And I'm like, you've supposedly done this and survived. It doesn't make sense why you're always so confused. And I remember someone in the comments challenged me about that. Lo and behold. So I feel vindicated about that. But the fact that she created this, and it also explains the arrangement she had with Death, where she was drawing people out with this song accidentally, but drawing these witches out of hiding and then getting them to use their power and then stealing their power. I guess that's one area that I don't feel like we expanded on enough, is why Nicholas Scratch asked the questions and we never really got answers. But I do somewhat feel like they are key to understanding Agatha. Why is she the way she is? We understand why she later became the way she was. And, she talks about having she buried her heart with her son. But prior, why was there a necessity for her in particular to operate in the way she does? Because we don't see other witches do it. Maybe I missed something. If you guys have any theories on that, or whether I missed something and I didn't pick up on something, please let me know. I'm so flustered with these couple of episodes. I don't know what else to say. Let's move on to Jen. Jen, first of all, the actress for Jen, incredible. But her getting her moment, I've been asking for that since like episode, 4. I remember in episode 4, people were saying that was a potions trial, but I felt like everyone who had got their own trial later on had like a moment. I never felt like the potions trial was a moment for Jen. It just felt like another trial. But then we had Alice's. You had the whole story with Alice and her mum. You had Lily's. You had the background. And then we had lines from Jen that were hinting at some sort of past in terms of her being bound and this man stealing her power, etc. And she's an I can never pronounce that doctor name or medical field name, so I'm not even going to try. Obstetrician. I probably just butchered it. And so we were getting all these hints and these lines, and I was like, when are we going to get her moment? And we get it here in a performance. But also the fact that she's the one survivor, and through this, she got what she needed, even though we lost the rest. It's worth it. And all this time I was saying I don't believe everyone was going to get something out of the road. It was the people that were dying that weren't getting things out of the road. And the fact that Billy created all of this to get what he wanted, which is his brother, subconsciously, and real life people died, but he gifted someone something. It's so complex. Because how does he deal with this going forward? Because he's not an evil character. But how does this affect the way he moves forward? Mentally, how does he operate knowing he's done this? How does it affect the way he moves in the future? When he teams up with those young Avengers, how does this affect him? Is Agatha going to be by his side every single time? I don't know. But I'm really glad this show stuck the landing. Guys, this show is not really my gig. Even like the I wouldn't really call them horror elements because they were soft horror, but like the witchery and all that, it's not my bag. Not my bag. So for them to keep me interested in this show, and even when they had the dips, to come back and still provide a solid enough landing where I'm interested to see where Billy goes next. I want to see Billy and Tommy. I want to see the dynamic of Billy with Agatha in wherever they go. They've done really well, man. They've done really, really well. That's a rare W for Marvel Studios television. But I am sad though, guys. It's not sad. It's good. This is the first series that, like I said at the beginning of the reaction, this is the first Marvel. This is the first series I've actually completed on this channel. Obviously, I've been watching Peaky Blinders, but Peaky Blinders is 6 seasons long. I'm fully up to date now with Agatha All Along. It's the first series we've completed. And we've built a little small community here. So big up me. This is obviously not where it ends, guys. We've still got the Penguin going on. Dune Prophecy is coming in a couple weeks. I'm about to start jumping into my film bag. Gladiator reaction coming soon. I'm looking to do, guys, Lord of the Rings. I'm looking to tackle that behemoth in the new year. So that's a whole nother thing. Squid Game coming out December. We just saw the whole slate of Marvel television for next year. Guys, there's so much coming up. So if you have enjoyed this series of reactions, please do subscribe. It would be lovely, wouldn't it? You know what? You don't even have to watch you got to watch the videos too. I was about to say you can just subscribe. Subscribe. You know what? Play the videos in the background. Just support in it. Like the video, comment, interact. I'm going to reply. At least you know I'm going to see it. So there's a heavy chance I'm going to reply. I'm not really keen on doing ratings immediately for things like this, so I prefer to just use adjectives to describe my emotions. So hopefully from this post-match reaction, you can gauge how I felt about this show. But I'm in a good mood, so clearly I'm satisfied. Clearly I'm more than whelmed. And it's time for me to dip. Peace.